Okay, Jeremiah, let me know when you're ready.
Oh, I'm already streaming. I said, go ahead.
You're already streaming. Okay. So welcome to the CTC meeting for the Node Foundation on the 24th of February 2016. We have a bunch of apologies today. We have apologies from, James, Alexis, and Chris. In the meeting, we have myself, Rod Vag, Ben Nordhaus, who we have Brian, Stephen Loomis, Colin, Jeremiah, Shieki, Rich, Evan, Lucas, did I say? Brian White, Nikita, Michael Dawson, and someone else with the phone number. So we have a bit of a reduced meeting today, but we've got to reduce the dinner as well. So we're going to jump right into it with a quick stand-up. And first on the list is Rich Trott.
Hi. So I've been doing a bunch of small things with test tools, docs, triaging old issues and pull requests, but nothing worth speaking about individually, just the usual low-level stuff. And next on the list, if I'm looking at the right list, is Brian.
Just mostly reviewing PRs, issues, that same thing. I did fix a couple of regressions, but that was about it for me. Next is Colin, maybe, or Trevor. I don't know what list we're going by.
I can go. It's Trevor. This last week has been heavily focused on the async wrapping, getting the API fleshed out, and getting it to the point where it can be considered stable. Now the next step will be writing the EP for it, and then after the EP has been accepted, it will land in 5, and then I believe the next step after that will be to backport it to V4, if I'm not mistaken. So currently working on that. No, I don't have the list.
So if we're going off the present list, I guess that's me, Colin. So I have been reviewing issues and pull requests. I made a couple of documentation updates, fixed a small bug with the REPL, and landed a PR into child process related to adding options to send. That's all. And next up is Shigeki.
Yeah, I made some comment and review of issue and pull request, and also some work on the Windows for the Node Chakra to the build OpenSSL, but it's not finished yet. The next is Stevens.
So I worked on some ICU code and data packaging issues on the 2 tickets that we talked about. Issues that we talked about last time, and I have those more feature complete. They need some improvement for sort of platform cleanliness and also Windows support. Thanks to Ben for putting some comments in there. And also just FYI that ICU 57 is going to GA at the end of next month, say a month from now. So that would be probably something I'll want to do an update to. I can open an issue on that ahead of time. And next is Rod.
Yep, I've had a bunch of disparate things. Managing v5.x, v012, v010 branches, backporting some things, preparing the v570 release, which was quite big, and that was mainly because we held off Semver minor changes from the last one, just to make sure that the Semver minors were only the security fixes. So there was some big chunky changes in that one. We've also had some regressions, so we'll try and get a V571 out ASAP. Build security, we're operating on a partial CI system at the moment, and actually the last 24 hours we have taken Jenkins down. That will remain down until we get a security update for Jenkins, and then we'll be back at full capacity shortly. Hopefully that could be any time now, because they're supposed to be releasing a new update right now. Some Node.js work. We released a minor version of Node.js that installed a new environment variable for mirroring and deprecated an old one that was causing problems with NVM. That's been included in the latest NPM 2 and 3. I reviewed and tested the new installer pull request that has been open for over a year, waiting for me to get around to it. But I put a lot of work into that this week and tried to move that closer to getting ready to land. That should be good because we can retire the old package maker from V5X onwards. A bunch of other little things, but that's the main brushstrokes. Trevor. Oh, no, you already did yours. Ali?
All right. I've been working on dealing with some of the API deprecations in V8 4.9. So the main one was the way weakness works. Old style weakness has been deprecated for a while, and it finally got removed in 4.9. So I've been looking at buffer and contextify, which required non-trivial changes to migrate to the new Phantom weakness API. And I think that's it. And next is Evan.
Yeah, hey, I've been doing some issue triage. Worked on improving performance with util format with Brian, and looking into an HTTP performance degradation issue. It's opened a while back, but I've been trying to dig into that as much as possible. So next is, is Ben on?
Hey, pretty much the usual for me. Fix some bugs, reviewed a lot of pull requests, try to fix some bugs in V8. Not much luck so far. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know who's next. At least on my list, it's Nikita, but apparently we have two lists now, so.
Nikita, off you go.
So I did some comments on pairs and issues, a few ones. I also did minor work with my NPM data. I am planning to assemble it into some useful tool pretty soon, I hope.
Next is Michael Dawson, I think.
Right, okay, so I've been working on some of the benchmarking infrastructure, adding Acme Air along with Gareth to the required benchmarks, and getting ready for the benchmarking workgroup meeting that's tomorrow. Some work on updating the FIPS test job to handle the latest functional changes that are going to go in. A little bit of working with internal teams in terms of what we'd like to contribute on the postmortem front. Scheduled and facilitated this week's LTS meeting, and some reviews on our upcoming Z-Linux v8 Google contribution. And I think next is you, Jeremiah, right?
Yeah. So I have been mostly working on finalizing my timers refactor, which I'm still hoping to land this week if possible. And if you want to review that, please do so before I land it. And I've also worked on a lot of other assorted pull request and issue stuff. Yeah.
Did you get JS2C working?
I have not gotten JS2C working with ASCII yet, or at least not those ASCII characters. if I got the right ASCII characters. Which is unfortunate, because that means I can't have an ASCII diagram in our code comments.
What characters in particular is it?
The box art character.
Okay. If you point me to the issue, I'll have a look.
Okay.
Interested too.
So Michael, your comment on what you were up to reminds me that we went ahead and released our first official PPC-LE 64-bit Linux builds with 5.7.0, and I believe we're still working towards getting PPC-BE. What's the status of that?
That one I still have to get back to looking at, can we build it on the Ubuntu machine as opposed to the Fedora machine. So I've asked some internal questions. I just haven't had time to get back and progress that. So as soon as I figure out if that makes sense, I'll update the issue.
There is a discussion, just for everyone, there's a discussion on the build repo, can't recall which number it is, about separating the page between common and advanced options to put the less common or the less used download options into a separate space, whether it's two tables, and leaving the main one to have just the common ones. So we may move SmartOS, ARM, and PPC into a separate table. If you'd like to contribute to that discussion, that's in the build repo. I think it's one of the top issues there. Okay, so heading into the quick review of last meeting, we briefly discussed issue management and using Kane, the bot that Fedora wrote. We moved on to using the new GitHub sites. Big discussions on that one, which I still haven't caught up on. Refactoring source Node.js into internal files. There's a bit of discussion there. There's a pull request opened by Jeremiah, issue number 5103. Continuing discussion in that pull request. 782, which is adding a warn event to process. Some discussion there that moved back to the pull request. There's at least one outstanding comment there to be addressed, but there was no objections to it at this level yet. So engage in that issue if you are interested. We looked. We have CTC membership nominations which are coming back up for a vote this week. Briefly looked at the status of the buffer pull request. That's ready to go ahead, barring some minor bike shedding, I think. But I think that's pretty much ready to merge. ICU, we can talk about ICU, where to load it from, and checking it into the repo as well. So moving on to the meeting that we have planned. I didn't copy in the actual the agenda, so let me just quickly do that, which is really just voting on 4 new members. I'm going to paste that in now. So first of all, what we're going to do is we'll go through individually, and then I will ask for everyone that is in favor to say aye or whatever they would like to say. Then I'll ask anyone against, and then if there's anyone abstaining, and from that we should be able to get a final vote. We have some votes in GitHub already from James, Alexis, and Chris, who are all +1 to each of the nominations. So those votes are in. Let's head into Chalker. Nikita. I put this in issue 5278. Everyone in favor of Nikita being on the CTC, please say aye.
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 +1.
Aye from me too. Okay. Everyone against? And okay, that's passed unanimously. Welcome to the CTC, Nikita. Next is Ali, issue number 5277. Everyone in favor of Ali, please say aye.
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 +1.
Aye. Everyone against? And everyone abstaining? Okay, Ali, welcome to the CTC. Congratulations. Issue number 5276. This is Rich Trott. Everyone in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye from me. Everyone against? And anyone abstaining? Okay, Ali, was that Ali? Yes. No, Rich, sorry. Rich, welcome to the CTC. Congratulations. And Evan, lastly, 5275. Everyone in favor of Evan on the CTC, please say aye.
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 Aye from me too. Anyone against? And anyone abstaining? No. Evan Lucas, welcome to the CTC. Congratulations. And that's all the voting passed unanimously. So congratulations, everyone, and welcome on board. We look forward to your contributions and your perspectives to all of our discussions. So thank you for dedicating your time to this. Is there any other business that anyone would like to discuss before the meeting ends? Wow, no, that's fantastic. So we are going to end the meeting now. Next meeting would be the 2nd of March. And we will see you then. So thanks, everybody. And congratulations again to our new members.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Adios.
Call recording off.